What is going on, everyone? This is the Brandalorian 88 coming at you with another action figure review, and today we're looking at the Marvel Legends series, Marvel Studios, The Fantastic Four First Steps. That's right, the movie releases this week, so it's very exciting. Hopefully, we can get some hype and build towards Avengers Doomsday. We shall see. But either way, I was very much excited to get some MCU Fantastic Four figures, and these appeared to not disappoint. I got to shout out the package right away on all four of these. I did not get the Silver Surfer or the Translucent Human Torch yet, but they are on the list. But these are the four core Fantastic Four members. But the boxes, the package, the logo, the whole 60s vibe, I am absolutely digging. So let's just take a look here on the sign here. We've got some images of the four key members there in their attire. I really like the new outfits, so we'll see how they translate into action figure form. And then here we are on the back. We've got all four. Some more art there. So yeah, without further ado, I just say we crack these things open one by one. All right, taking a look at Reed Richards, aka Pedro Pascal, and this is easily, looking at the head sculpt, this is easily the best Pedro Pascal that Hasbro has ever done. And they have given us a few other ones with the Mandalorian Black Series and Vintage Collection, and this one blows those two out of the water. This really does look like Pedro. We got a nice stubble there. We got the gray on the sides, obviously from the Reed Richards. I wish that was a little bit more pronounced, because that's such a, signifying look of the character of Reed. I think they could have done a little bit better job, especially if you're gonna have Pedro Pascal, who's always going to have a mustache. At first, the mustache bothered me that he wasn't going to lose it for this role, but it's looking very much like 60s Disney, so because they're going with the whole 60s vibe, I'm going to forgive it. Head sculpt knocked out of the park. Really like this Fantastic Four outfit. I mean, the ribbed kind of sweater look all the way down the shoulders there. Apparently, this is a different pattern designed for each of the Fantastic Four characters, so we'll be able to compare and contrast later. The four looks really nice. Black and white belt, black and white gloves, black and white glove over here with the little silver communicator look, I think. I'll have to wait for the movie to come out. But yeah, the deco is great. I love the design of this outfit. Some more lines, different line work moving down the pants. And the boots look really cool too, with some pattern work and some silver paint on the sides there, black trim on the bottom, and then blue on the bottom there. Like I said, I've always liked the Fantastic Four outfits, and these new movie outfits are easily the best out of all the other movie versions that they've come out with. All right, we'll take a look at articulation now. We've got double jointed elbows, we've got a waist swivel, we've got right at the diaphragm there, cut. You can look up about that far, it's pretty good. Look down about that much, it's pretty good. Obviously, you can rotate all the way around. Got a good shoulder rotation, double jointed elbows. Hinge at the wrist, rotation. I like that these hands are nice and open, because that's very much like a Reed thing. Very good articulation at the hips there. Swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees, pinless everywhere, as you can see. Ankle pivot and rocker. Yeah, articulation is fantastic on this figure. No complaints. For accessories, he comes with two fisted hands with that black and white look. Came out good. And then the main attraction for his superpower, we've got the two extended rubber man feel. And these are a nice stiff bendy wire on both. So that's pretty cool. So you can get them in some nice dynamic poses for being Mr. Stretch Man. And here he is with both of those stretched hands. There you can get him into, so like I said, some really cool poses there with the nice stiff bendy wire there. Very easy to pop in and out. I like it. Does the job. All right, now we have Sue Storm, played by the Vanessa Kirby, and likeness looks really good. I think that they did a nice job of capturing Vanessa Kirby while having like a slightly open mouth expression. So it can kind of work as like a nice action pose. There's a slight wash in the hair, which is very sculpted very well. She has the white top part of the turtleneck, whereas Reed did not have that. He had the blue. Like I said, slight variations between all of the key members here in their outfits, which I don't hate. But basically the same thing. We got the ribbed lines, sculpt work, black and white belt, black and white gloves, all the way around. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Got a little marking there. Not sure what that means. But yeah, nice sculpt work all the way down the pants. And her boots are a little bit different from Reed's. They're a little shorter, closer to the ankle, but they still have the black trim, and then the bottom is blue. So yeah, the aesthetic is captured very, very nicely, just like Reed's. For articulation, got nice shoulder bit there. Can't really rotate all the way around because the hair is sculpted pretty thick, so she can look down only so much and look up only so much, and then you can't really swing her all the way around unless you really force it because of that hair. So price you pay, I guess. But we do have cut at the diaphragm, waist articulation, double jointed elbows, rotation and swivel. The wrists, she can have nice hip articulation, double jointed, pinless knees. Again, I'm moving this figure very effortlessly, just like I did with Reed, which is nice. They're not super stiff, but they're also not just wiggly either. So articulation is pretty damn good for Sue Storm. For accessories, she comes with a fisted hand here for her left hand, and then a weapons holding hand for her right hand, fisted hand, and then left hand is weapon holding hand. And then she has this open hand here that has the peg for her superpower, or one of her superpowers, the energy effect here. As we know that she can turn invisible and create these force fields, which has a slight peg right there, which we'll be able to peg into the palm there. And that was nice and fairly easy. So it's a good effect. Would have been cool to have her come with some translucent switchable arms or legs or even a head. Maybe that's something down the future. We'll get it all invisible women. Would not be surprised if they did that. And now we're taking a look at Johnny Storm, played by Joseph Quinn, aka Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. And looking at the likeness, I think they did a pretty good job at the face. I guess I'm used to him having different hair, but the hair is sculpted nice. And I think the face captures it pretty well, especially in the nose and the mouth area for good old Johnny. Looking at his costume or uniform, he has a lot more white going down the arms, not just on the top there. So again, they've all got a slight variation of the outfit, which I dig. I like that way to be different. But just like with Sue Storm and Reed, we've got more of the black and white gloves. 4 looks good. Black and white on this belt here. We've got the silver transponder, I'm assuming, communicator. Turning them around there, we've got more of that sculpted ribbing work there. And yeah, just along the legs there. Boots there. His boots are different from Reed's, so that's interesting. These remind me of the Jordan 11s. If you guys are basketball fans, got the blue on the bottom there. So yeah, I think the uniform and the figure. I think the more I look at it, the more I think I do see Joseph Quinn there. So not bad at all. For articulation, got some really good arm rotation there. Head can look up pretty far, look down pretty far. Got the diaphragm cut, so at the waist, double jointed elbows, wrist articulation there, really good articulation, just like the other two. Really posing this guy very effortlessly, so I appreciate that. Double jointed pinless knees, and then we've got the ankle rotation. So yeah, articulation, very, very, very good with this character. For accessories, we don't get much with Johnny. We've got two fisted hands, closed fists there, both the left and the right hand. And then we only have these very small fire effects. Again, they couldn't make it a 2-pack, and you couldn't just do one or the other. You couldn't have just base form Johnny and not the Human Torch version, which they do have. But they also couldn't just do the Human Torch version without the base Johnny, so I understand that. And at least they gave us a little bit of effect here, but I will have to get my hands on the full-on flame-on Human Torch. And here is the Human Torch from Johnny Storm with the flame effects around his hands. And so yeah, at least they gave us something to signify that he is indeed the Human Torch, so can't really complain. But we will be getting the other one. And last but certainly not least, we have Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. And this guy looks incredible. I was most excited to get him, and for good reason. The sculpted work on the rock formation is absolutely wonderful, especially on the face there. I mean, can you capture, see the detail along the eyes and the mouth and the nose and the eyebrows? I mean, this looks absolutely fantastic, especially because they have a nice wash that goes all the way around to really highlight different variations in the cracks in the rock body here. I absolutely love it. Home run for the aesthetic for this figure. No doubt about it. We've got the 4, the belt there, Fantastic Four. Since he doesn't have a chest piece, they've given him the 4 on the belt, which I appreciate. Line work going all the way down. Oh, there's the 4 on the side there too. Very nice indeed. Damn, man, I love this thing. Going all the way down. He doesn't have full-on boots, but he does have the same black and white along his calves there, and some silver work. Feet look good. I know some people were complaining that he feels like an undersized thing, which I don't mind. He's a lot bigger than the other 3, which we'll do some comparisons here in a little bit. But he's not like a giant Hulk-sized thing, which, again, like I don't need a Hulk-sized thing personally. So yeah, for the price point of $24.99 for like a basic figure, I feel like you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. Just my humble opinion. And for articulation, we've got some nice arm articulation there. Only a single joint at the elbow. Again, you don't need this guy to be super flexible. He doesn't need 50 million points of articulation because he is a giant rock guy. He's going to be the brute force of the team. Head articulation is pretty good. Got the diaphragm cut, waist articulation, double jointed knees, swivel at the thigh, and then good ankle rotation there. So yeah, I can post this guy around pretty nicely. And for accessories, he only comes with a pair of open hands there, which I actually like these hands. These feel like there's a lot of like personality and character in them. Might switch out the fist for these. Here we have a comparison between the Thing and a potential other MCU character that could cross paths with the Fantastic Four, and we have the Hugh Jackman Deadpool Wolverine, and these two look really nice together. Hopefully we will see them on screen together soon. And here we have the Fantastic Four together in all their glory. Like I said, I think the Thing is perfect size. I think he towers over all 3 of the other members, pretty obviously. But yeah, I'm thrilled with all of these figures. I cannot wait to get the full-on Human Torch, flame-on Human Torch, and the Silver Surfer. So yeah, I think these are a great addition. They're gonna go great with your other MCU figures. And here's hoping that the movie is fantastic, because we could use a really good Marvel movie nowadays. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. If you could please give it a like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next episode.